Welcome to the Americana Bistro Grill. I'm your host, Roberto Alvarez-Galloso, serving you the best in true Americana music and true Americana artists. In other words, we are the real deal. Now that we have already said that we are the real deal, it is for me a pleasure and an honor having one of the greatest in Americana music, Emily Myers. For me, Emily, it's a pleasure and an honor having you here.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. I appreciate you reaching out and so excited about this.
Well, for me, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be asking the simple and basic questions. How did Emily get started? How did you get started? Where are you right now? Where are you at the end? And what inspired you to do the hike? And what was the difference between the hike and previous material that you have recorded?
Great.
All rolled
Um,
into one.
okay. Well, the first question I heard there was how did I get started? So I'll start with that. Start at the beginning. Um, I've been doing music for a very, very long time. I am really grateful that I had a piano teacher who saw really early on that I loved it, and she did everything she could to get me involved in community music. And so I had a lot of people who just kind of helped pave the way. And I've kind of described my life as I just always wanted to get closer and closer to it. And, I grew up in rural Missouri. There wasn't a lot of opportunity for that. So any little opportunity I found, I kind of walked my way through it, whether it was learning guitar or dance or choir or whatever it was. I just kind of kept doing that. And then when I was in college, I started playing my original songs out, and I was with a friend of mine. I was starting to play a song for her, and I remember it like it was yesterday. I got to the end of the song, and I looked over, and she was crying, and I was like, "Well, that wasn't really a sad song. I didn't mean to make her cry." Um, and she told me, she said, "I really need to call my dad. That song reminded me that I need to make things right with my dad." And that wasn't what the song was about. I think, but in that moment, I realized that the things I've walked through and the songs that I've created could help other people. And so that was really a moment where I said, this is what I'm going to do. And that was kind of where this whole journey kind of began, really. So in 2020, I moved to Nashville to pursue Americana music at a higher level and just kind of do it as far as I possibly could, get as far as I could. And that leads to where we're at right now, which is I'm releasing my debut record, Lost. Setting up with the hike is a digital album experience that people can sign up and they get the record for free. And they also get a bunch of behind the scenes information. They get extra songs. They get live streams with me. It's just been really, really cool. And we're in the middle of that now. It ends tomorrow. And it was a way for people to, support this record from the very beginning. It was really important to me that people who wanted to support this record, that they have access to it. And that I had a chance to say thank you for being part of it and build a community together. And so that's really what it's been all about. And this record is really, it's about figuring out kind of who I am as an artist for the first time. It's a debut record. So, yeah, it's been really exciting.
Yeah, I did hear the hike, and I've also heard Lost,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really great. I've also seen some of your videos in
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, and in YouTube.
Yeah.
The music is excellent. It's the real deal.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
And as I said, I'm listening to it right. I'm listening to it. I listened to it before you came in, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to be listening to it afterwards. Where can we find all of your? Where can we find your music besides YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook?
It is everywhere that you stream music. You can find, on Spotify and Apple Music, everything is on there. It's on iTunes, it's on Bandcamp. However, this current record, It comes out on streaming. It comes out a little bit later this fall. So the only way you can get it right now is if you sign up for the hike. And then it'll come out a little bit later. And then to sign up for the hike, if you go to my website, if you go to my social media, it's all under Emily Myers. It's pretty easy to find. I try to make it really easy to find on how you can sign up for that.
Yeah, we're also signed up for 2.
Awesome.
I don't, in addition to finding Emily Myers material, for those who want to find the Americana Bistro Grill, I'm in YouTube, I'm in Instagram, Facebook, Brighteon, BitChute, Gab, and in Rumble. At times I'm under the ABG Americana Bistro Grill moniker, but I'm also under Alvarez-Galloso. That's where I have all my channels in Spanish and in English, so that people could choose which one they like and which genre they like, especially in English. The AG News Show being anything that is not Americana, like jazz and soft music. While the Americana music, Americana Bistro Grill, we have the true Americana rock, the true Americana country. Everything, as we said, is very true Americana. No artificial flavors. And you can also find me, you can also find us in you can also find us in addition to Rumble and other areas. You can also find us in Zelle. We also, just like many of our independent artists, for us to have an independent program, we need at times help. Help in many ways, not just moral support, but also at times financial support, because we cannot do this alone without your support. For Zelle, you could, if you want to send a nice little donation to Zelle, you can send it to R as in Rhode Island, C as in Colorado, A as in Alabama, G as in Georgia, 62 at gmail.com. To visit us in Americana Bistro Grill. And again, please visit Emily Myers. And of course, I am inviting all other Americana artists. Please come one, come all. We want to give your music wide exposure to the whole world at a time when music such as Emily Myers is much needed in the world. Without much, my best wishes and peace in, peace out, and peace everywhere. From the heart of Florida to the heart of the whole world. Thank you very much.